Right, or let's relax.
As you wish.
So we made it to the Gilded Vale. I don't know who we're supposed to talk to here. I guess we'll just find out. All of our friends are dead. And that happened. Uh-huh. Oh, shit. This isn't good. Who are these people?
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
He glances at us, gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. Do you welcome everyone this way? I'm at home already. The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child? An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Raderick has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
Hey, Lon. How's it going? He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly toward the deformed
His
tree.
lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
So they're going to let him in, but these people are freaks.
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
So we're not getting healed. We're not getting healed. Okay.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Okay. He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Deerwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. Shakes his head. Pitiful. Dumb things that breathe barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows, but they begin spreading after the saints' war. And so the name Wadewin's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see. He regards you carefully. You'll want to mind where you mention that. Trespassing on Angwithan's ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Barath have mercy. We certainly have. He polishes his spectacles on his sleeve. If you'd been that close to Biwak, you wouldn't be standing here.
Keep out of...
Keep out of what?
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
What does that mean?
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What happened? I'll know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but that is not your concern. What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of the Gilded Veil. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of the Wrath must be redoubled. He sets a steady gaze on you. Does this affect the Lord's offer? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest. The inn or stable, for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Farewell. Okay. Well. It's completed a quest. Journals J. That's this one. The Guild of Elsie, one of those prosperous edges. And nothing there. So we made a note here, but I guess we didn't need to. So the Black Hound Inn. We go there. So we saved that one guy. Hey, Cybershot. Not a single one today? I thought in Discord you'd won an Ascension. Must have read that wrong. Keep out of trouble? Alright, man. Speak to your Geet. We need instruction. So I can't actually pick the pockets of anybody on this tree, I guess. Although, what if it's not the baby? You think these crops would be a boon, or you think these rains would be a boon for the crops? Been thinking about joining the family over in Deerford. They have it far better than us. Tontanu's one of the best smiths in the Deerwood, but his stock's been lousy lately. Alright, man. Can I come in through here? No, I can't. Alright. Stairs there. Eder, who's this guy?
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Looking for someone who can help me feel better. My condolences, he says. Scattered between the roots are bracelets of twine and bead, wilting flowers, and notes half erased by the rains. Let's get some blood moss. Does it say? Oh, there's the Black Hound Inn. Let's go in there. Let's talk to these people. Feels like we've been seeing more bandits along these roads as of late. They're worried about her child. I don't blame her. Okay. Why are these guys so angry? You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
The others, 2 folkmen and an elven woman, don't look convinced. I'm gonna say, what's going on here? One of the other men points at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused, mocking us even while he shelters in our village. Just goes to show you what these fancy Aediri, or just say Aedir, manners are worth. We don't take that kind of treatment, not from foreigners, especially not from Aedirans. Aedirans?
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
What language?
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
It's the Christian channel.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
So I don't think Urist would like jump in and be like, back down, all of you. Why would we say I don't think attacking him is such a good idea? What option would we select here if we're Urist? I don't think this is the right one. I don't think attacking him. Back down, all of you. This is absurd. Maybe. Is it necessary when you rather be inside drinking than out here arguing? Probably. Or do we egg him on? We don't want your charity either, foreigner. They squint at you through red, bleary eyes. It sounds sufficiently like you're defending him. Ho ho! Alright then. Beast mode, and then we'll just attack these dudes. Okay, that did nothing.
Kill them.
Oh, they're pretty weak. Alas, the attacker falls. The elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
You mean for slaughtering them? You're welcome.
That is one way of putting it.
He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel. The leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
Aloth Corvisor. Aloth Corvisor, okay. Alright. Tell me about yourself,
I'm a
Aloth.
wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire. Both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land.
So, you just left?
And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious. What exactly did you find there?
We could tell him a bivouac. Some celebrated hooded figures operating a steering machine. We could be honest. Although we don't really know him, right? But he's been honest with us. Oh, do we know he's been honest with us, though? Let's just say a bivouac.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
What are you doing
That's a
here?
good question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
And you? Like I said, I'm also a settler. I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. In that case, welcome to Gilded Vale, a true refuge from civilization.
I think Urist is somebody who, like, he gives out a little bit of information, not all of information, but he's just not downright cold.
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did tell that one man to go fuck his sister. Ah, that. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I see. You don't exactly
Begging
look
your
like a seltzer.
pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places. As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Do we want a wizard? Yeah.
Excellent.
Why not?
I shall follow you. Aye?
Edit Grimoire. What does this do? Wizards have the ability to learn a staggering number of spells, but they are always limited by the capacity of their grimoires. At any given time, a grimoire might only contain 4 spells of each level. Click on a spell in the right panel to remove it from the grimoire. Add spells to empty slots by clicking on the spell in the left panel. So currently he knows Minor Missiles, Dazzling Lights, Sunless Grasp, Fan of Flames. Creates duplicate of the caster to distract enemies. That sounds pretty cool. So leaves them dazed. This one reduces their accuracy. Then crush crow damage. This is like AoE. Okay. Why don't we just leave it alone for now? And that's just his spells. What does this do? Arcane Assault unleashes bolts, magical energy. The Grimoire dazes the targets. Gotcha. And he has a scepter. Is there any gear that we can give him? Unique properties overseeing. What does that do? Aloth's leather armor has been lightly enchanted to enhance his spellcasting abilities. It also appears to have custom decorative patterns stitched into the surface. Unlike most Dirwooden leather armor, Aloth's has been tailored in the Adir style, meaning that the torso is more heavily reinforced, but it lacks sleeves due to Adir's hot and humid climate. Okay, cool. Well, I don't know anything about enchanting just yet, so that's not going to be a thing. He carries a grimoire, of course. We can change his colors up. Nice. What was it before? It was purple? Let's leave it purple. What is, okay. So he's high in perception. High in lore. Okay. These are our records. Gotcha. What else can we look at?
Aye?
What is it?
Guess that's about it, right?
Of course.
Okay, let's loot these noobs. I guess there's really no penalty to just looting everything, right?
Yes.
Does this save our formation from earlier? It does. That's kind of neat. Let's go inside the inn. NPCs with gold nameplates were designed by our backers. Okay. Too quick for me. The floorboards are sticky with spills that no one has bothered to clean. Nice. Pasca. Thought this place was going under until the owner left, but it's held out.
How may I help?
Hey man, why don't you just like take a seat over here?
Yes.
And I'm gonna go talk to Pasca. Good to see new faces around here. It feels like the village gets smaller by the
Yes.
day.
Well met, friend.
Hello and welcome to... Oh, it's you. Twinfirth told us about what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms, Twinfirth said. He wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. So what'd you like? So we're gonna want a room. We're gonna see what they have for sale. But how about we hear more about the Black Hound first? Hey, look at that. Really? Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years, but the Black Hound's fairly new. We got a lot of new faces in here too. Fewer than we used to, I'll admit. Tinfirth's the big draw. I'm sure we'll get the big crowds back again in no time. Well, if you take down the tree full of hanging dead bodies, that's a start. I used to work the tables, actually, until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him, even left his poor hound behind. That's the name, see? The Black Hound. It's still sitting upstairs, pining after him, poor old girl. Place ended up in my hands somehow. She laughs. My very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far. Can I see what you have to sell? I have the finest cook in Deerwood. Okay, so what does she have for sale? Just food. What does this do? Does this do anything? It gives us like temporary buffs. Got it. Cool. Ooh, push to minor endurance. Ooh, camping supplies. Camping supplies. That's probably pretty useful. We probably want to sell a lot of the junk that we have, don't we? I mean, we're not going to use any of this stuff. Except for this beer. Oh, we just made a lot of money. What's in my stash? More crap. Clicking fast, clicking fast. Let me find out in like 10 minutes so we can break all this down. I'm not going to sell any of this stuff though, right? Oh, wait. I want the Obsidian Order Cloak. We got to keep that one. Party management. Retrain character. From party management screen, you can see what your allies are up to when they aren't in the party. If you've assigned them to adventures, you can see how long it will take for them to complete their assignment. Recalling a companion or adventure from a mission before it's completed will forfeit all potential rewards. Okay, so you can send them out on missions. We can recruit a level 1 adventurer. We can get a room. Inns allow characters to rest without using camping supplies. Cheap rooms are usually available. If you have copper to spend, you may consider the more expensive options. The bonuses they provide last for a long time and affect the entire party. Okay. Cancel. We leveled up again. I'm really not sure how to like level this guy. So why not? Well, he's gonna be like our tank dude, right? So I feel like survival, we got survival up a little bit. It costs 3 points to advance that one? Okay. That lets us use level 2 scrolls. We haven't even seen level 1 scrolls though, so I don't want to use that. Scouting mode for stealth. Well, what do we... Unused points will carry to the next level. Okay. What are level 6 camping bonuses? I don't know. Hey, cat. Yeah, you can jump my lap. That's cool. How about this? I know survival's important for us, so why not just do that? We'll get some survival. And then we'll go war. And then we'll get 1 rank of stealth. And then... Oh, we just automatically unlock this stuff? Second level druid spell. So we get Autumn's Decay, creates a cone of purification, causing immediate corrosive damage and then more damage over time. Okay. A blizzard. Gotcha. Burst of Summer Flame. Okay. Insect Swarm. Taste of the Hunt. Nice.
Aye?
Yes.
So, how do we get health back?
As you wish.
Let's continue to like browse the inn, and then I'm gonna end up sleeping here, I guess. Your prime minister delayed an hour and a half in campaign event because of a security threat. Was it legitimate? Oh hey. Well, what's in here? Will they get mad if I just take this stuff? Apparently not. Beg pardon, sir. Don't have much time for talking. Anyone seen Pearly around? He's usually drinking his head off this Saturday. Did we kill him? Ooh, what is this? Scroll Fan of Flames. Creates cone fire in front of the caster, causing burn damage to anyone in the area. So I assume we use this even if like we were out of charges or whatever it's called. What about that one book that we just got? Can we read it? Let's see it. Tips. Hotkeys. You can hotkey an ability by hovering over a mouse cursor. There's a button pressed on the desired hotkey. Really? Many spells and abilities that cover an area of the battlefield harm both enemies and allies. Oh, that's good to know. Quick stash. Clicking an item in a container while holding the shift key will move it directly to your stash. Shift clicking a series of actions or waypoints adds them to an action queue. Okay. Huh, alright. So if I were to, for this guy, if I were to hover over this and I press, I don't know, 1. Nope, that 1's going to be, right, got it. So if I were to say like Q. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. Holy shit, I laugh. Here's that book. Once the path is chosen, the knight's life is spent training in his preferred discipline. Interesting. This is a whole lot of effing lore, man. The pomp and formalities that surrounded his life up to this point are all gone. The training is far more rigorous, and there is less ceremony to mark his progress. For most knights, commander, body, forge master's soul are further than they will ever advance. The training of this knight at this level, while most exclusively in the discipline he has chosen and still rounded out with instruction from the other, that knight is truly a knight if he does not have a full breadth of knowledge. When he passes from the Justicar to the commander, the knight is given a blue cape to wear with his plate armor. When a Tempest Rises to the position of Forge Master. It is presented with a white cloak. Huh. Cool. Wait a second. Okay, we have some lockpicks. I feel like I should carry these like in my stash, right? We only have stack to 5. Got it. Strong Blightblade. Whoa! What? As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from his past seems to call out to you. Reach out to the soul. As you near, you feel... Okay. You see a group of young men standing around a makeshift practice target. This man stands in the middle of them, explaining the construction of and use of the bow. He holds it up, pointing out each part of it as he speaks. Cat, I need you to calm down, man. Don't bite my hand. It's cool. He then walks away from the target, telling them to remain where they are, and takes his place about 200 feet away. He carefully lines up his shot, explaining what he's doing as he does, and lets the arrow fly. It hits the target dead center, much to the surprise and delight of the boys near it. He smiles, walking towards the boys, talking about the proper stance and how to most effectively hold a bow. A noise comes from the tree line near the practice venue, and he stops, scanning the woods, blue eyes squinting against the sun. A shadow moves, making its way through the forest behind them. He draws an arrow and lines up the shot, carefully tracking the motion of the hidden creature, loosing the arrow. That's a terrible idea, man. He wastes no time and quickly grabs another. The boys spin, watching the arrow fly into the forest, immediately lost among the trees. There's a sudden explosive moment in the undergrowth as a deer erupts from the tree line, running across the edge of the clearing. The boys laugh, turning to joke with the man about his lousy shot. They stop talking, seeing him holding the bow and leading the deer with the knocked arrow. They dropped to the ground as he looses this last arrow, which flies true and strikes the deer right behind his shoulder, piercing heart and lungs and dropping it dead almost immediately. Hey, thank you for the gifted subs. Later, Reese's Species. The boys stare at the deer for a few seconds and then slowly turn and look at the man. Newfound respect in their eyes, he smiles again and breathes a quiet sigh of relief. This guy is an idiot. You just don't randomly shoot into the woods like that, dude. I thought we were going to talk to him. Oh, she's got the same thing. You see a woman emptying her satchel onto her bed. I mean her purse. Just kidding. Taking stock of her inventory. Persians. Persians? There's no or in Persians. Thank you for Twitch Prime. You see a woman emptying her... Let me take this back. I think it's time to get coffee. Throat's getting scratchy. You see a woman emptying her satchel onto her bed, taking stock of her inventory. Potions, bandages, tinctures, and herbs are scattered throughout her room, haphazardly. She bites her lip, head tilted to the side, considering. She begins to repack one item after the other, careful deliberation undercut by shaking hands. Each item has clearly marked place, but no matter how she repacks it, she isn't satisfied. The shaking worsens as she empties it out once more, one hand held to her mouth. Tears eke from her eyes as she gives up all semblance of order and shoves everything she can in the satchel, grabbing it and running out of the bare house. Straightening her back, she walks through the docks, chin high, eyes hard and red. A gangly young elf offers his condolences and crack cocaine, but she can't see him for the ocean ahead of her. She wanders the docks, offering her services as a doctor to any who will listen. Anyone heading out on high tide. Less than an hour later, she watches her childhood disappear in the distance, a tiny speck of an island, and tries not to jump. Is there any erotic roleplay in this? Probably.
What is it?
Man. Wish we had some minstrels in here.
As you wish.
Who are you then? Another fool come to answer Raytrix's invitation? Guess you'll stay? Well, one dude earlier was like, Like our newest party member, Alof, this guy, Alof, he told a dude to go fuck his sister. So there's a little bit of Alabama in here. Our great lord had many sisters run out of town. After the boy was born, she was the only family I had left. Not sure where she is now. Blazes, I need another drink.
What is it?
Did we loot everything? We did. Go. Oh, look, Tinforth effect there. Can we just walk back there? Wait, what is this? Some kind of brown slop is congealing in the dishes. Smells burnt. Alright, let's talk. Let's talk to our dwarf pal over here. Ah, it's you, my savior. He makes a sweeping gesture to indicate the kitchen around you. It's so good to be back. Do not think I will let this go unrewarded. I have decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets. My dearest recipe after this will eat nothing else. The party has gained the recipe, savory pie. A savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. Thanks, man. I will name a dish in your honor. The Urist McUrist pie? I hope so.
I shall be discreet.
Oh shit. This would be stealing. So it tells us.
Yes.
Oh, we're definitely seen. Okay. Oh, what's this? Spoons hang by the fire coated in brownish gunk. Okay, got it. Okay. So
Hello.
let's see what happens whenever we get a room. I'd like a room, please. Certainly, you're always welcome. We have 800 gold pieces. Plus 2 resolve. Let's go for the highest one. Because why not? Oh shit, dude. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree. The creaking of its ropes grow louder in your mind until the sound of it's deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face is shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Whoa, shit. Suddenly her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they're empty, and behind them in a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath is still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Do we have to, though? And we got healed. So if we sleep, we get healed. Okay, got it. Does this guy have a cloak? He does. It's pretty tattered, though, so we're going to give him the Pillars of Eternity cloak. Alright, read that Snapchat. It's terrifying that he just sent me. What the hell? What the hell, man?
Of course.
Alright.
Yes.
Before we go out and continue on and go check out this dead lady at a tree, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go fill up a cup of coffee so that way I can have something just sip on because my throat's starting to get dry. So I'm gonna be right back. It's gonna take like 5 seconds. All right, let's go see.
As you wish.
Let's Let's see a crazy looking hag thing. Should I have recruited that adventurer guy? I don't know. Maybe.
Keeping an eye out.
Oh, yeah. You ever been to Defiance Bay? I don't know, man. Guess that's the way out. Road west, Blackhound End. Road south, road east. So we need to look at Ingrid's house, Black Hammer Smithery, and the windmill. We also had Offpress house. Okay.
Is it?
Oh, this guy leveled up. Okay. So, what is special about wizards? So, wizards, he has extra mechanics and lore. So why don't we have him level up mechanics? Oh, we get new spells? Alright. Binding Web. It's gonna... It's AoE? Okay. This is AoE, gets stuff rooted in place, I guess. Bulwark against the elements. Oh, we get 2 spells. Ooh. This is probably pretty good, right? Damage reduction? Is it just one person? Infused with Vital Essence. 50 max endurance, 50 max health. I feel like I should get that. Necrotic Lance. Crow damage. Damage over time. Seems like you can kind of make these guys any kind of wizard you want, right? There's no... Like a fire mage, fire wizard, like a necromancer. His face doesn't look anything like his portrait, does it? I feel like getting infused with Vital Essence is kind of a good idea. Mirror Image too, maybe? Just for a little bit of defense. We go defense right now, and then we go offense next time. Maybe?
Yes?
What is it?
Cool. Should keybind more stuff, too. And I told her that's not the pistol. There's pistols in this game. It's up here. This is still the end, right?
I shall be discreet.
Oh, is it going to be more crazy stuff? It is. You see a man soar through the air, hitting a nearby wall with a nauseating crunch. Ugh. He doesn't get up. His attacker, a burly, clean-cut warrior with a carnivorous grin, turns and shoves his fist into the stomach of another assailant, removing another from the impromptu brawl. The bar is a whirlwind of elbows, knees, fists, and feet, with no end in sight, and he is in his element. In the corner, 3 smaller men speak quietly, throwing malicious glances at the larger man in the center. He breaks a chair over a tattooed head, crackling. The trio position themselves in 3 parts of the room, and with a terse nod, they charge. Unfortunately for them, the man sees them coming. Something in his eyes burns brightly, and all 3 slump to the ground in agony. That's all in their mind. The burly man bows to a room of the unconscious and incapacitated before sauntering out, off-key whistle trailing behind them. Shane shakes Mulleraine. As you near, you feel a vibrant history containing the essence of this man's soul. Voices from the past call out to you. You see an emaciated boy in chains, black holes for eyes, staring sightlessly at a wall. A man in a dark coat walks in. A scroll, an oddly shaped quill in his hand. The boy glances at him, expressionless. A corpse waiting for animation. The man clucks at him, disapproval clear in his tone. The boy stands, limbs hanging. The man takes the quill and begins to write on the boy's chest, copying sharp, angular symbols from the scroll. The child doesn't flinch. As the quill digs into his skin, drawing blood as it goes, the wizard finishes with a flourish and barks some arcane command, setting the symbols to glow dully. The boy cries out, knees hitting the stone hard, his chest burning black and red. Finally, glow disappears, leaving only hard black scars etched into his skin. He slumps sideways, twitching, eyes facing the black of his skull. The wizard grunts, kicking him on his leg. On his way out, the boy lies on the floor until dawn, eyes black like holes, the twitches growing into convulsive shakes. That's fucked up, man. He got marked. I'm guessing green, like the green, and then the yellow for him, it's maybe like what class they are. That's my guess. You see a long empty road cutting through two large crop fields. They are silent, and the land seems too still for early afternoon. Oh, this is a woman. This woman walks slowly on the road, leading a horse. Curiously looking around, she seems to sense something wrong, but is unable to discern what it is. She stops sniffing in the air. Nose high, her brow crinkles as she casts about, looking for something. The air is clean, no clouds. She sniffs again, still looking around, confusion clouding her face, mouthing a single word, fire. She looks out across the fields, her confusion turning to fear. She holds her hand up to block the sun from her eyes and scans the fields again. Not finding what she is looking for, she jumps onto her horse's back. The fear quickly becoming panic, she kicks, sending the horse shooting down the path, which bends around some trees to where the farmhouse should be. She pulls up short, horror now in residence on her face, as she stares at the burned and charred mess that used to be her family's home. Tears well in her eyes as she kicks again, racing to the rubble.
Yes?
Damn.
I shall be discreet.
The world building in this game is insane. Grab a drink, friend. Not much else worth in this town, says the woman from Thane. Hey, we said we wouldn't mention Thane.
What is it?
Roaches scatter and flee under crates. Ew. Okay, what we got in here? Crammed behind the books is a drawing that shows Euthus and Lord Raedric in a compromising position. Ho 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 ho. Durwood, Part 1, Early Colonial History. Let's just take all that.
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
Nice. Let's take all that. I feel like this hat makes sense for him. Oh, it's the Black Hound. Aw, this hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. I could use a good dog here, girl. The dog's ears perk up, trots over you, and barks happily. You've gained an item, Black Hound, added to the inventory. Did we seriously just gain a dog? The hell? Dude. Alright. The obsidian worm has been replaced. We now have a dog. I'd say that's a win. Alright. How about we head over? Think about joining the family. Okay. Let's go into here.
What is it?
I can't click the cat? Apparently not. A deruding woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself or perhaps her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Gods keep you.
Well, finally, I was starting to think. The woman makes a startled noise once she turns around and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry. I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? Nice cat. Oh, thank you. She's a sweetheart. Keeps the house clear of mice, too. I would just arrived in the Gilded Vale. I thought I'd get to know the locals. I fucking combine words. Were you with one of the caravans? She looks at you hopefully. Master, oh man. Yeah, I was with that one, and he died. She covers her mouth with her hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments, she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. Was it her husband or something? Is that right? I don't remember. I know. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kaliska was always so certain she could take on any danger. Oh, for sniffs. Oh, my poor sister. I see. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. Well, Kaliska didn't die to the caravan in an ambush. She died to that weird-ass machine that blew everything up. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive, somewhere. Her face crumples. A solitary tear rolls down her cheek. We're not going to do that. That's kind of rude. Well, please don't cry. Maybe I can help. She looks at you with some surprise before dabbing at her nose with the sleeve. That's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I can impose this on you. It's not a small favor. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kaliska as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Raedric. He's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. With my Hawthorne gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. Okay. I hope Kaliska could help me. They say Renga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child from being hollowborn, but she moved south to Onslaugh's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am, but I don't have anyone else now. With Kaliska gone, please, can you help me? Let's see. Well, I mean, I think Urist. A little bit. We were on the caravan. Kaliska kind of became our friend, and it sucked to have him die. It was kind of shocking. So you know what? We're gonna do this solid for Kaliska. You will? Oh, God's bless you. Here, I'll give you this coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of. Well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. Ancest's Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. She clasps her hands together. Thank you again. Truly, you'll be saving us both. She sets her hands on her stomach, smiling through the tears. All right. Now let's rob her. The worn dog-eared book titled Travels Upon the Blah 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 Sea. Yeah. Some grain. What we got in here? Okay. Maybe we won't rob her. She ain't got nothing. I'm not gonna rob a pregnant lady, come on. That's where we at. That's sexist? Why is it sexist? She has a right to be robbed too. I mean, I guess. I don't know what the first is. I just realized that my emotes changed. My sub icons or whatever changed. Is this like Founders Club or some shit? I don't know. Ingrode. This man and woman appear to have been in deep conversation working at closing two bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smiling, faltering a little.
Well met, friend.
Can we help you? She looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this man? Nanton? Nanton shakes his head. I don't believe so. Was there something you wanted, stranger? You two seem to be in a hurry. Yes, I imagine so. We're packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay, and, well, in truth, I think I've had my feel of this town. Reaches to take her hand. It's time for some new scenery, he says. That cloak, I've seen it before. Are you accusing him of something? Ingrid looks at Norton, touching his arm. If this is about the accident, we're both grieving Pearlie's loss, but it was a wild animal's doing. Nanton shakes his head minutely. You see a tremble in his hands. What would make you suggest such a thing? So this is from that one cave that we explored, and we saw like the vision. So we know this guy's lying. So yeah, resolve 14. Stop. Have no patience for cowards and liars. Non flinches, but meets your gaze. After a moment, he sets his jaw and nods. Fine, I confess it. I did it. I saw to it he'd never leave that cave. His hand falls to his sword belt, and I do it again. Anton, wait. Ingrid raises a hand. I don't know what you saw in that cave, but this isn't what you think. Pearlie, my husband, he was such a beast as that bear. I tried to leave the first time. I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. She looks away, expression pained. We met, and I knew I'd found someone special, someone kind, who cared for me. Ingrid, please. All I want is to leave this place, to start somewhere else. She looks down at the satchels. We have some coins saved up. You could have it, if only you let us go. Sounds fair enough, hand it over. No, whatever your reasons, you caused the man's death. I'm taking this to the magistrate. We could attack him. Pearlie doesn't get a second chance. You don't deserve each other. Keep the money. Use it to start your new life. What do we do here, chat? Do we just destroy these people for being cheaters and for killing a man over their infidelity? Do we just let them go, start a new life? Do we let the law take matters into their own hand? I feel like sounds fair enough, hand it over is not what Urist would do. I feel like Urist while Urist is kind of like reserved and closed off, he's slightly cold and emotionless, slightly. He's not unjust. So I think turning a blind eye to stuff like this would not happen. So it's either going to be no, or we're just going to straight up attack him. I think we just attack him. Blind fool. You won't take this from us, not for that wretch. Okay. How about... Let's do a wizard spell. So he's gonna do that. We're gonna go boar mode and move here. And then attack afterwards. Oh, that took forever. Okay. Is this just like one target? It is just one target. Oh shit, that hurt.
Let's have it out!
Frontier justice. While exploring the Valewood wilderness, I happened upon a small cave where a great bear lived. In that cave, I discovered a half-eaten corpse and a spirit that, through some work of magic, revealed to me the final moments of man's life. I killed them for the parts they played in Pearlie's death. And we get a ring. Nice.
I shall.
Let's take everything else. This bottle of Sonred is half empty. Alright. So let's put that in there. We probably don't need that. Ring of Deflection is probably going to be pretty good for our man Urist here, since he's kind of the tank of the party.
Yes. Well? Well?
Okay. So now, let's go check out the tree, the scary lady. I assume we're gonna go down into wherever that place is. Welcome to our lovely village. That's it. Okay. Oh, she's like...
I have received confirmation that Lord Radric's heir was not born well.
Oh.
My lord has issued an injunction on all new homesteads until he can be assured that the village has been cleansed of all Eothasians and whatever other undesirables that have brought this curse upon his lands. It would be best if you left town as soon as possible. I would suggest returning to your old home. There will be no place for you here. You may stay at the inn until you can make the necessary arrangements, but I would not advise remaining long. I expect Lord Radric will be most thorough in his efforts to purify this place.
Comes from the line of nobles that have defended these lands since 8 times. Redrick II was an early supporter of Derwoodian independence during Revolution, and current Lord Fathers Parish of Saints War, All Holyburn, blah blah blah. The Saints War. Or age's most egregious example of a man's madness. 15 years ago, the people of Redceres decided that Waidwin, their living saint, was the literal incarnation of the god Aethys. This supposed saint took it upon himself to liberate the Deerwood, supposedly from allegiances to less worthy gods. But I've never known an army to conquer a land for its people's own good. The war lasted about a year, but you can guess what that year did to the worship of Aethys in the Deerwood. Lord Radric's forebears had all been Ethosians, but after his father fell defending us from those fanatics, he personally saw that the temple of Aethys here in town was shut down. He points at a few ruined walls near the tree. Okay.
Well,
Okay. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Let's go ahead and reach out for this woman. Oh shit. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you. This would be terrifying.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What happened to you? She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing your body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing a blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
So he got frustrated because she didn't have answers, and he killed her.
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations, miracle workers. My parents were soul twins, miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other, turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear. Of course, dear.
I need to understand something that's happened to me. How about I think I survived the bivouac? Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no? The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
Yeah, what do you mean when all goes well? What if it goes wrong?
Nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
Yeah, I imagine it'd be tough to sleep if you're just remembering other people's shit. Emotional baggage.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Cadnoa. I'm not gonna pronounce that wrong. I'm gonna forget how to pronounce that. You said souls break apart over time.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think. Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
She closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from an unknown place of waiting. You're granted Crucible of the Soul. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seem lost just now. Yes, I'm fine. That's good to know, but I don't suppose you could tell me what that was all about. I'm a watcher. And he's like, well, that was interesting. Because he's like, Grant, and I expect that explains how you survived a bivouac, In any case, I appreciate your honesty. As we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they're rare, and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions. As you just demonstrated. Let's continue on. Alright.
What is it?
17 and a half.
What? The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-colored hair leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks at you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
What are you talking about?
From the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Is that what you people do for fun around here?
There. No to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved. The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What makes you think I was interested in Dwarf Woman?
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
I've been out of sorts lately. Of course. We all got our bad days and we stand perfectly still and stare at a corpse for a while without blinking.
Careful, friend. Best not use that word round here. Could be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all.
What's that supposed to mean? Hey, don't blame me. I don't have a say. You can't take my word for that.
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
What's the town up against you?
That's what it comes down to.
That sucks.
Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no
Damn.
longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. And I heard the day, good authority, someone in town was working with Kulsk, plotting Raedric's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says that's him. They took him at his word. Who's Kulsk? Someone who got tired of the hangings. He's on the run now, probably will be till they catch him. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Drinking mostly. That's a good answer. We could travel together. Where are you headed? Someplace called, what was it? Quai Noir? There's an old watcher there, might be able to help me.
I remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath.
Told you I'd figured out how to pronounce
A
it.
man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
All right then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing.
Nice.
As long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Saints War, one of my lifetime. We kind of heard about this before, right? Nice. And we got this guy.
Hey.
And he has the Defender. The fighter adopts a more conservative strategy, and he doesn't really have anything. And he... Okay. Does his cloak have anything? Nope. Recovery speed. So if we leave with this, we'll have like 2 ranged. All right. What are this dude's stats? Heavy on athletics. Third level fighter. All right.
What is it?
Hey,
We got a party now.
Well,
Should I go into this temple or... Beneath the vines are crude carvings of a sun rising over 3 stars. What does that mean? As you near, you feel a vibrant history containing the essence of man's soul, Ethereal Phaline. You see a pennant waving tall and sluggish in the wind, a rising sun embroidered on the banner, the vanguard of a small troop of paladins. The atmosphere is buoyant, if restrained, and their armor has not yet been tarnished by the elements. This expedition is fresh, young, filled with zest and zeal. At their head stands a commander, awkward in full armor, but determined in step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile. There's a twist to his mouth. His countenance grim. He throws up a hand, halting his troops. Silence falls among them, revealing a dark thunder, deep and low. He orders them to ready their weapons and spread out. Eyes dart from horizon to horizon, necks twisting to see the source of the sound. In the distance, dust and lightning rise up from the ground. As Stygian clouds race towards them overhead, the soldiers stand, only the staccato movement of their breath betraying their nerves. The commander closes his eyes, calling a blessing down on his troops. Invigorated, invincible, they wait as the enemy draws closer, poised to attack.
yes.
Interesting. So I think the last place we have here to kind of inspect, right? The smithery. Let's go here. Let's go to the smithery, and then we're gonna check out the windmill, and then I guess we can check out the temple. Yeah, we can't. We're stealing weapons, right? Account of Tot News sales. The pages are nearly empty.
What is it?
The Omawa man is impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin dusty blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears from a square-jawed face, coated in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. What do you have here? Show me what you have for sale. Wow. Gina's Lance. A unique two-handed pike. 6,000 coin pieces. Okay. Yeah, we can't afford that. And he just has some regular armor stuff. What is this? Bronze horn of fatigue? We have some rings. Yeah, we can't do grab any of this stuff. Harlan Orenson? Yeah, man crouching, serendipitous, and alone, a series of untamed shrubs, all that hide him from the vision ahead. His eyes are locked on a Delmgen, beautiful and terrible. Eyes half-lidded as she hums, a bird with fantastic blue and orange plumage on her shoulder. Trilling gently, the man is entranced. Trembling, tentative, he stands, and the tranquility is broken by the bird's startled squawk. The Delmgen half smiles, probably pronouncing that wrong, beckoning with twig-like fingers. She does not speak as he approaches. His mouth is dripping sounds of awe and admiration. She waits, coy and tempting. And with agonizing slowness, he is before her. Then something changes. She sees something hanging limply from his side and begins to hiss. Fingers suddenly claws and eyes black with hate. He has no time to reach for his axe or grimoire as she strikes. And just as soon as she strikes, she is gone. The only evidence of her existence, the shuddering wreck on the ground. He grabs at his grimoire, nevertheless begins to chant, but the words of magical language of his own imagining scribbled in a maniacal shorthand ring hollow, and the silence continues unabated. He turns and shrugs at someone or something, but if there is something there, you do not see it. Huh. What about this dwarf? Dugan Steelcaller. The dwarf names are great. You see a group of adventurers surrounded by a crowd of attacking Zarups. Those are those little like lizard dudes that I think we've seen before in caves and stuff. This man is with them, seemingly unconcerned by the battle, even detached from it as he stands in the middle of his comrades chanting, his expression bordering on elation. His voice is powerful and deep, booming out across the combatants as a rich counterpoint to the chaos of their fighting. With every phase, the battlefield changes. His allies glow with a pulsing blue light, freezing at Zarups that surround them. A blazing pyre erupts from the ground, cutting and burning the creatures and sending them scattering. One of the fallen Zarups suddenly explodes. 3 giant grubs crawl from its corpse and attacking the remaining enemies. Ugh. The man continues to chant, thoroughly enthralled in the joy of the moment. Finally, the creatures have been reduced to 1. His allies stand back as the man approaches it, still chanting. He removes his hammer and swings at the Zarup. His phrase ends as the hammer connects with its head, punctuating the spell and bringing his song to an end. We're gonna have any happy memories?
Well?
Let's talk to this apprentice. Sorry, I have to keep it. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. The bellows sigh in the furnace. Gotcha. Grab that book. Can we talk to the guard? Nope. Tintin and Dole, these swords are ready for the forge. Work a few extra shifts at the end. Get one of those daggers. Nice. Okay, nothing we can really do there. We just need more money. But yeah, when are we gonna get like a happy story? All of these stories, man, they're so grim. Oh shit. It's going down. We know there's more grain in there, Trumbell. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. A muffled shouting emerges from inside the mill. The first of you drunkards comes through that door gets a shot between the eyes. Gods, hear me, Swainer. I'll put you down like a dog. Come away now, lads. But we'll be back, Trouble, and we'll have fair prices, or by the flame we'll have a reckoning.
What is it?
I want to investigate it over here. We just went right in. An elven man stands before you. His relatively stocky build suggests a life of labor. His face is pale and drawn, and his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange worried glances. The miller raises a club as you enter. It shakes violently in his grip. Get back, if you value your life. I'm going to say, put that down before you get hurt. Trumbull raises the club higher. I mean it! I won't have Swainer and his lackeys threatening me and my own mill. And I'm going to be like, my name's Urist McUrist. I've only just arrived in the Gilded Vale. Trumbull shakes his head. You picked a bad time to come visiting. Gilded Vale's had all its shine scraped off. Just a big dung heap now. And Swainer thinks he's king of it. They're all of them mad. And say, who's Swainer? The dwarf, the one standing out there spreading lies among the villagers. Bastard's been here for decades, and he hasn't gotten any kinder with time. The miller hesitates, then lowers the club a fraction. Who are you? Is Swainer roping foreigners into his little crusade now? I thought you could use some help. Those people out there seem pretty angry. And I'm going to say, I don't like being threatened. We have that in common then. Trumbull says, raising his chin a little. With all that poison Swainer's dripping in the ears, it's not going to be long before someone decides they'd rather do things the messy way, and I won't let anything happen to my family. Fine, then I'll be on my way.
Yes.
Huh. Well. A rancid stench rises from the grain. It's mushy. Why would he rancid? Two things of grain? That sounds pretty bad.
Good day to you.
You're back. What is it? Trumbull shakes his head. Where to begin? Swainer's whipped them up into a froth, going on about the grain stores. Claims I've hidden away most of it. All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't create it out of thin air. I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crops they bring in, and I sell what comes out of the mill. Most of it goes to the Black Hound on the west side of town for ale. And Swainer and his lot sure don't mind that part. You take a look at the fields on the way into town. The crop's blighted. We did see that. And most of what I'm getting from the farmers. Trumbull gestures at the sacks and containers. It's gone off, rotted through. I can't pay top prices for blighted wheat, and I've barely got enough good grain to go around. Swainer's howling after things he has no right to. If you don't want those people in here with torches, maybe you ought to stop lying to me. Seems like a pretty clean story for a messy situation. Maybe I ought to have a talk with Swainer then. The miller all but sags relief. I'd be grateful if you did. He won't listen to me anymore. And maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him we're having a hard time of it and we'll all like to make sacrifices. We'll be in your debt if you can convince him. Okay.
Well,
I mean, I didn't want to do the resolve option because I don't know. I don't know Swainer's side of it.
yes.
So Swainer's going to be down at the inn over here, I'm sure. Wham, wham. Skirt. Let's see if he's actually in here.
Yes.
Turn off fast mode. Here he is.
Good day, stranger.
Don't know who you are and don't much care. Keep walking. We're not here to chat foreigners. Careful. It looks like they're cut from the same cloth as those rowdies who attacked me. Smells like it too. Trumbull says you've been threatening his family. I saw you outside the mill. What's that about? Let's try that one. Well, someone fancies themselves a meddler, eh? What's that about? It's about Trumbull thinking he's the king of the town. On account he's got the mill to his name. So they're like telling the same story. The dwarf's jowl quivers with rage. It's about him barely giving us anything for the wheat we bring him, and then cutting our purses when we need to buy grain. It's about farmers going hungry while some bastard gets rich off their crops. That's what it's fucking about. Now shove off. What if I buy you all around? Would you talk to me then? Fair enough. If you bring us something to wet our throats, I'll fill it up for trading your words. Okay. So do I talk to her?
Good day to you.
I'd like to buy a round for a few fine fellows over there. Let's just give her some money. We got the copper.
Good day, stranger.
I brought drinks. Hey, so you have by the flame. I never thought I'd be this happy with a mug of Black Hound's shit beer. Alright, gods, that's good. Alright then, you've got my attention. What is it you got to say that's worth a round of drinks? Look, there's no sense in threatening the miller. You have him against the wall. Maybe you could ask some of the other villagers for help. Maybe you could tell me more about what's going on. It's like I said, the miller's in charge of the grain prices. He says they're fair, but I know for a fact that the folks like offer to pay half what we do. And maybe we've been a bit rough with him, but what are we supposed to do? We can't keep paying. We're going to starve. Now, what do you think Trumbull's going to be sorry about when we do? Look, there's no sense in threatening the miller. You have him up against the wall. Maybe you could ask some of the other villagers for help. This is difficult, man. Why are we getting involved? Ha, you think you'll get through to him? We haven't. The man's thick as a peat bog. Here he got his soul red. Found his kin used to grow sunreed trees for their aged lords, up until they figured out their side was losing. Explains why his knees still ache to bend to whatever lord or lady crosses the road. Damn, son. He'll be holed up in that mill for days, the coward. The dwarf eyes you considering. But here, if you want to give it a shot, then good luck. We'll owe you one if you manage it. All right, then I guess we'll try and talk to that dude.
Yes.
Let's go back. What's the keybind for fast mode? So we can run over there right quick. Double speed D.
As you wish.
Got it. Wing, wing. Fucking fast, man. Skirt.
Hail and well night.
I spoke to Swainer. He says you're treating families and farmers in freight rates prices and giving them rotten grain. Of course he does. He's been saying nothing else for days now. The man's delusional. If he wants grain, he'll have to pay for it. What's going on here anyway? Where to begin? Swainer's whipped them up into a froth, going on nothing but grain stores, claims of hidden away most of it. All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't create it out of thin air. Yep. I mean, so we were like, it sounds like a clean story, and he said it's not. Look, Swainer's always been a rotten bastard with stores so limited, so maybe I save the good stuff for people who deserve it. Offer, for instance, she's expecting a child. Should I let her starve instead? Do the villagers know about the grain supply? If you don't want those people with torches, maybe you ought to stop lying to me. Some. The innkeeper, for instance, it's better not to worry anyone. I'll be trading for supplies soon enough. If we can just keep things calm until then, we'll be in the clear. The innkeeper. I wouldn't drink the ale, is all I'm saying.
How do you do?
Dude, what?
Yes.
Hang on. Seymour's been a rotten bastard, blah, 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 blah. Some, the innkeeper, for instance. Do the villagers know about the grain supply? The innkeeper, for instance. It's better not to worry anyone. I'll be trading for supplies. The innkeeper. I wouldn't drink the ale, is all I'm saying. So they're like making rotten beer or some shit? It seems wrong, doesn't it?
Welcome.
Trumbull blinks. The stores are really low with so little grain going around. I had to raise prices for some people. There are folks in this town that deserve far better than Swainer and his lot. People who have done more for Gilded Vale. Swainer's people are farmers. They gather the grain for you. They sure didn't mind losing that grain when it was going into the drinks at the inn. They don't make like kind neighbors when they insult my son, go stumbling drunk through my own crops. You think they're the only ones who need to eat? Is your self-righteousness worth losing your family over? Trumbull opens his mouth to protest, but his expression shifts into resignation well before he finally nods and speaks. You're right, he says quietly. I've been trying to plan for the future, but we're in danger here and now. Fine, tell Swainer and the others that I reconsidered. Provided he pays the same as everyone else, he's welcome to his fair share. And let's hope we can trade for supplies real soon, or we'll all be in a bad way. Cool.
What is it?
So we figured it out. Without having to kill anybody. And without having to get the police involved.
As you wish.
Now let's race over to the the Black Hound. Zoom zoom. Wait a second, it's over here.
Welcome.
What if they do that Trumbull's changed his mind about grain prices? The dwarf looks up blinking. What, you serious? The old man's listening to reason. About time. I told him he's done come around, but damn, if he didn't take his time about it. He sets a few coppers on the table. Here, buy yourself a drink. Now that we can afford it. Goes for you too as well. Drinks on me. Dude, I'm not buying the drinks here, and after what he said. Can't thank you enough.
Well?
Cool. All right. Actually, let's talk to the innkeeper. See if she knows anything about this whole, like, grain stuff. You know anybody looking for help? I was expecting that we do have a certain sorts coming by looking for work from time to time. You want me to hire someone on? But anyway. Okay.
Yes.
We'll consider that an option later on. There's one, I think we have one place left to explore. That's gonna be this temple. It's over here. He's mad enough to lie to you. What? When an attack scores a hit, it does standard damage.
I haven't been in here for...
A man lies resting against the wall, lit by the dim illumination of the fading sconces. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeve soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain. Have a care. If you mean to go in, he casts a quick look towards the doorway to his left. This place is not so empty as I thought. He angles a look up at Eder, paying your respects. Athosian. He manages a pain grin. A little risky, isn't it? Think what the townsfolk would say. Safer down here than up there. Even with the rats as big as they are, a faint edge of hostility belies Eder's playful tone. This temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best. Times being as they are, he groans and shifts position, wincing. I am no looter, if that's what you're thinking. Not one of his types either. Redden jerks his chin towards her. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for a bit. His regards you weary. Maybe you'd have better luck. Better luck with what? The man points a finger upwards. These ruins around us used to be a temple of Aethys, the scattered god. A grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over Deerwood, from Red... how do you pronounce it? Like Red Crest? Even? Not so much from Red Crest these days. Until the war, of course. Even then, you'd get some of the stubborn ones. The ones that couldn't get it through their heads that their god was dead and gone. Go on. Once the legacy started, Lord Raedric decided he'd been too lenient on the Athosians. He had his people go in and put them to the sword, left them down there, buried under a heap of rock. After that, Raedric ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that up until recently. Lord Raedric's hopes, if we had rededicate the temple to a living god, rededicate, god damn it, then we'll be forgiven, and the legacy will end. See? But until then, the temple is, as you see it, unguarded. That's where you come in. Those priests, maybe, they didn't have a lick of sense between them, but they still didn't deserve to go like that. Chopped down in their god's house, it doesn't sit right with me. If you can get down there, find the remains, maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. No small task, there's coin in it for you if you need motivating. A pleasant surprise to see that someone around here has a shred of respect for the dead. I'll find them. Then by flame, I owe you a good turn. But listen, the temple has been sealed off for so long, it's crawling with creatures. But if you get past them, the priests would have been down on the lower floor. They'll be there still, if they're anywhere. Those priests had all kinds of secret chambers, switches in the walls, trick sconces, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out and take care down there. I wouldn't want to have to send someone else after your remains. I'll wait here by the stairs and keep a lookout. Maybe try to patch myself up with some. All right, man.
Hello.
So.
Well?
A rising sun.
Well?
Right.
Hey.
I do
Well?
shift 1. I do. That does nothing. Okay.
What is it?
I shall be discreet.
Maybe we go stealth mode. Okay. Got a little tablet here. Okay. Copper and stuff. A will-o-wisp. And he just has knockdown. Well, he can shoot this guy. Can do that. And then our boy, what is this? Crucible of the Soul. Watcher unravels the vital essence of his or her enemies, gaining endurance in the process. Okay. We'll just go beast mode and do that. Oh shit. We just
Well?
destroyed it. That was quick. This parchment is worn and tattered, and the ink upon it fades. In this time of hardship, we must have just as much faith as in ourselves. Okay. Yeah. All right.
What is it? As you wish. Keeping an eye out.
Ivory spiderling. Shit, sauce. So we'll do, you know, the same thing that we always do. Do that. This guy. And 3, just attack that.
As you wish.
This is pretty easy stuff. We got over here. The red-brown smears flake away under the toe of your boot.
Yes.
Okay. The nearby crystals light the cracked mosaic floor in shades of orange, and certain angles the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams gold. As you look on, the air shimmers as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seems to pull together until a thin, glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam, you sometimes think you can see the shape of a man, features rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. Strike out at the form. Who are you? Your voice sparks movement. The spirit surges with sudden blazing light, and the next moment you are somewhere else. Your mind is sailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. You are in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd. Spilling into the hall, bodies pressed against you. Surging forward, you listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed all the candles, and the room is dark, save for the podium. Lit from behind, 2 people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says. But the Eretrix stands calm and unmoved. Her strength will see you all through these dark times. You feel that hope like a spark behind your ribs. Somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. The spirit tears itself from you, sudden, dizzying force. You find yourself back before the ruined altar swing. The spirit fades as suddenly as it appeared. Huh. I think the statue has most of it struck off, along with portions of its hands.
What is it?
Okay.
Nice and quiet.
There's nothing we can find from stealthing. Okay. Let's go into this room.
Laying low.
Oh shit. Oh, we're out of spells, huh? Well, we'll just auto attack, I guess.
You're not getting through me.
Of course. No!
Oh, is he poison? Yes.
Well,
Another one. I'm gonna go beast mode on that one. Whoever sat here. Damn it. Whoever sat here left in a hurry. Ink has dripped across the scroll, obscuring its contents. What was in the note that we just saw? This note. A letter home. Mother, I have asked Brother Edric to carry this letter to you, for he travels to New Homar. Come morning. With him goes what coin I have, and hope it will ease the surprise of an unexpected homecoming, for I mean to follow in a few days' time. Our village is much changed, and though I do not wish for you to worry, I do not feel it is safe to remain. I know Retrix Abrica will not approve, but the letter trails off here.
Yes.
The pile of furniture is branded with scorch marks.
What is it?
Nice and quiet.
Aha.
What is it?
We discovered. Oh shit, look at this guy. Look! He noticed us. Alright, so let's go beast mode to attack him. And then we'll just auto attack everybody else. As it seems to it's a winning formula. What can I say?
Yes.
The collapsed stones are pocked with burrows and narrow crevices. Claw marks, dung mark. Weird.
Well,
I shall be discreet.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah, we still have the triangle formation. I want to put this guy up front.
Yes?
Hey,
I could just do that, right? Highlight everybody, tell everybody auto attack, and just have him go beast mode. There we go. It's that easy. Vermin have scoured these plates, though mold still grows in green-black clumps across the table.
well,
Keeping an eye out.
Yeah, we'll go this way.
kill them all.
Oh, we got two of them.
Bring them, kill them all.
So I'm stunned.
No prisoners. What is it?
Here's loot. Scolder ear.
What is it?
Well, now we can loot stuff. Monsters of the Deadfire? Okay. Fine sword. To His Grace, I write to implore. The rest of his letter is crossed out in several places and abandoned altogether. Vader Customs, okay.
Well,
hey. Of course.
what is it?
Let's have this guy going first.
I'll have no time. The work of a moment.
A Warhammer. Western Stag. Book of Verses, okay.
Yes.
Collecting books, nice.
Yes.
Our health is interesting. I wonder if
What is it?
what weapons he's wielding affects his melee damage when he's in boar form.
I feel off.
Oh fuck! That sucks. So, what if I click it now? Okay, we're good. Garnet, Jasper, max endurance bonus. Nice.
Aye?
What is he wearing? Well, he has deflection, right? Of fortitude, of reflex, yeah. So let me give it to him.
Well?
So we'll have a little bit of a protection with wrenched knee. All right.
Well?
That can't be good.
Keeping an eye out.
We got a whelp here, so let's go
Well?
in with this guy first. Boar mode. Oh, what is this thing? That's like a big dude.
Bring them down!
Our order spices rises from one of these dishes. Vibrant dyes. Okay. Oh shit, that's another thing. Oh, she's got a rack.
Yes.
Another ear. A haze fills the air, coalescing steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers into the outline of what appears to be a dwarf, shimmering echo. It fades in and out of sight. But stronger than sight is the sense within you of a powerful energy. It roils and seethes with grief that seems to spill into your own thoughts, tainting them though the sorrow is your own. Like a crashing wave, the energy surges towards and into you. And suddenly you are elsewhere. Before you is a brightly lit stone corridor, lined with torches and gleaming crystals. You are running, your footsteps echoing off the stone around you. You forgot to tie your sandals. I hate when that happens. And they're slipping from your feet. Fouling your steps, you're late again. The right's going to begin without you. You hear the tolling of a bell, and your spirits lift as you recognize the familiar warped tone of the right hand, representing the fist of the dawn stars, to appear in the night sky, and last to fade in the dawn light. You pray fiercely that this is the first of the chimes, and not the last. The light fades, as does the memory, and when your eyes clear, the spirit is gone. So the temple encounter a man called Written. Yeah. Interesting. How do we camp? Choose the camping bonus. He doesn't get one, I guess. Okay, so everybody's healed up.
Yes?
What is it?
Aye?
And we have spells and stuff now. Nice.
What is it?
Oh, what's in this jar? Nice.
Well?
8 hours have passed. Cool.
Laying low.
I wonder if that's ever going to be relevant. Relevant as in, is there only certain things that you can do? Like potentially respawn something? Whoa!
I want to see what I can do.
Okay, so we need mechanics 9. He's our best mechanics boy, right? His character sheet. He's got mechanics 4, mechanics 1, mechanics 0.
What is it?
Oh. 3 bells hang from the stone protrusion that runs along this wall. Years of dust and grime coats the metal. There is one large bell at the center, flanked by 2 smaller ones. Let's examine those bells. The bells appear to be fully intact. They are made of thick iron and look very heavy. There does appear to be much out of the ordinary about them. Let's ring the middle bell. You heave at the bell as it swings back in the other direction. The clapper strikes a low, powerful note against the heavy iron. You feel the ringing in your chest as the sound moves through the ruined halls in a rolling tide. The bell tolls a high, piercing note of startling power. The tone echoes merrily through the halls until it seems that a dozen chirping notes ring through the temple. The bell sounds a strange, warbling peal that grows to a painful shrillness before it diminishes to a mournful chime. Let's ring the bell once more. The peculiar chime rings through the ruins. A strange hush falls upon the room, muting the sound of the bell and the eternal drip of the damp stone alike, and then a sudden dissonant toll sounds from the bell, so loud and piercing that you are compelled to cover your ears. And at last, silence one more. The sound of the bell, cover your ears, yep.
What is it?
Okay. Probably something doesn't special with these bells, right? Was there anything in our journal? The door to the lower floor appears to be sealed with some enchantment. There's a set of bells outside the door, which may play a part in opening it.
Well? Of course.
Okay.
I shall be discreet.
Okay. I kind of want to run back and talk to our boy. Maybe he has the key. Oh yeah, the 3 stars here. Maybe that has something to do with it. Nope.
Well met, friend.
Aha. You've returned. Find anything? I reached a strange door by some bells. Do you know how to open it? Ah, that door. I swear you used to be able to feel those bells above ground. Feel it through the dirt. He shakes his head. I know you have to ring them in order, and that's all. One of the rituals. You might find more information in the rectrix room, and maybe even a key. It's over by the scriptorium with all the books. And Skulder too. Okay, so it's probably one of the books that we got. Book of Verses, Ader Customs. Ader Customs, maybe? Sweet Treat, Winter's End. Anything about bells in here? Nope. Could be looking in the wrong place. Yeah, I don't think that's it. This is just talking about beast and stuff.
Yes?
Did our journal update when he talked about it, by chance? No. Okay, this is where the one we're on. All right, let's go back to, I guess, the room with the books. That one. Let's see. Oh shit.
Keeping an eye out.
Scouting mode. Can we detect traps? Pretty sure we can. Initiate's note. This parchment is relatively intact, but the ink component has faded. You can make a few patches. To ritual floor, it says redemption for the first. We're going to strike the largest bell first rather than the second. Largest bell first. Okay. And then we get campfire.
Yes.
Well, we gotta remember that, right? Largest bell first. Am I going the right way? Yeah, we're going the right way. Is there anything that we missed around here? No. No, there wasn't. What about here? Does this say anything? Play.
Yes.
It's prayers.
As you wish.
Okay.
What is it?
Okay. Largest bell first. So that's this one, right? So that's not it.
Well?
It has to be in one of the books that we got, right? Initiate's note. Largest bell first rather than the second. The rest is eligible. What about some of this? Daily affirmations and efficiency. Is this one of them? What are you yelling at, cat?
What is it?
I'm gonna go around and look for more clues. Maybe there's something. I don't know.
Well? Well?
There had to be something that we missed. Please take a better cover your ears. This is before we started ringing the bells. What about before we started ringing the bells? At the door for the dirt. I knew you'd ring them in order. That's all. Yep. That's my dog. I got scared for a second. I was like, what the hell? Right hand, is that a clue? Like right bell first? You pray fiercely that this is the first of the chimes and not the last. Okay. So that's gotta be right, huh? And then middle. Left's the only one we didn't do, but we need one more. Middle again? No. Okay. Look at that journal page again. Blah, 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 blah. We gotta check the largest bell first rather than the second. So I think obviously from that one, you pray fiercely, this is the first of the chimes. So right. Okay. So I'm thinking because of that vision, that right is first. So if we just try like right, middle, and then we do left, left. Okay, so let's try right, middle, left, right. It worked. Here's a quiet melodic chime from the bells before their discordant voices meet in one powerful rising rush of sound. It seems to fill the whole of the temple, a driving flood of song that drowns all other thought. As the tolling fades, you hear a creak from the direction of the doors as the passage to the lower level swings open.
Well?
Bada bing, bada boom. Find the remnants of the Athosian priest.
That's strange looking back. All the time I spent here growing up. Never seeing what was coming.
I shall be discreet.
Oh shit. Immune to disease, ground, hobbled, poison, and... Okay. Oh, he like teleports. Oh, he kind of hurts, doesn't he? He didn't drop anything though.
Keeping an eye out.
Alright. Interesting.
You should see this.
Trap. Okay.
I'll have it in no time.
We can lockpick that.
The work of a moment.
Nice. And we get fine Estic. Two-hand, alright. Let's disarm the trap. Yeah,
The work of a
nice. Moment. And we get a minor ring of protection and a minor ring of regeneration. Cool. How do I use like this? Fireball traps, we can now use that? Nice. Put that there. Where are my rings at? How do we put like this on him? Maybe we should put it on our main guy since he's taking the most damage.
Aye?
You must be in combat to use it. Got it. Alright.
Hey.
Oh shit. No, 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 no. Okay, we're in trouble. Just run.
Alright then.
What is it?
Alright, so I need you to go bear form and go after this dude. You two dudes just auto attack him. Shit! Come here, you come here. And attack him. Okay.
Well?
They're not too bad. Alright, this is what I'm talking about. 2 shadows, huh? Maybe we want to like magic missile this guy.
Lava will be on seek.
Nice.
Well?
Ah, fuck. I guess I should have looked for traps. Of will? What does of will do again? Will defense opposes attacks that are mentally based. Okay. Well, it'll be a better cloak than anybody else has, right? Oh, what the hell is this thing?
Oh, that taxed my limit.
Uh-oh, when a character's health bar begins flashing red, it's a sign they may be maimed or killed. Rested in an inn or camping supplies to fully restore health. Oh shit. If a health reaches 0, a character will immediately drop. Depending on your difficulty settings, a character will either be maimed or killed. A maimed character suffers severe combat penalties and will die if they take any additional damage. Killed characters are just dead. Opposed eternity, there's no coming back. Okay.
We gotta take better care of Ballad.
Oh, bruh.
Kill them all!
Oh, dude. This thing is like a fucking beast. So what do I just run away? Because these 2 guys are dead.
All right, then. You're not getting through me.
So that did not go well.
Well?
Not strange looking back.
I want to fight that thing
All
again.
the time I spent here growing up.
I was not expecting it to like just one shot on my dudes.
Never seeing what was coming.
It's a big ass pig man.
What is it?
I assume the phantom was triggered by the trap. Well, we know there's a trap here now, right?
I'll see what I can find. I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
All right. So then we'll just go ahead and put that ring onto him, and I guess we'll put this ring on this guy.
Well?
So is it always Q, depending on who I'm at? Okay. All right, cool. That's pretty cool. So we can kind of keep the same key bindings for every single member of our party, and just swaps to what we want to use.
Yes.
Shh. You should see this.
Are we missing a lot? Kind of looks like we are. Looks like a blind? Days, okay.
No prisoners! Kill them all! A blade in the dark.
The work of a moment.
Disarm that trap. Take that. So this thing is... Alright. So this is going to be where the dude is going to show up and ambush us, right?
Well?
Okay, but why? There wasn't a trap whenever we looked at it. Okay, yep, there it is. So, let's go beast mode to attack him. This dude, let's go like magic missiles or whatever.
Beyond seek.
Okay, he still hurts a lot. Is there some way that we can try to like reduce its accuracy and stuff? And this dude, will that buff him? Our guy is dazed. Alright, this is not working.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so I don't even kill this thing. Why isn't this guy attacking? Did I just not tell him to attack? Alright, pause. What do I do here? Is there some way to stun it? So we could blind it, try that. Is that gonna work?
Beyond seek.
No, that didn't do anything. We killed it. Alright, and we didn't get anything for it. Well, I guess kind of.
What is it?
Kind of we did, kind of we didn't. Let's go ahead and camp, since our guys are fucking dead. Holy shit. That's the first mob that we fought that actually did damage to us, man.
Yes.
I'll see what I can find.
There's the shadow guy over there. Just missed him. Oh, there's 3 over here. Alright. So... I want to do that. And then... I really want this spell to work. I'm going to tell this guy to move here. And we're just gonna have old boy just start shooting. These dudes are gonna teleport though, so this isn't gonna work. Oh, it did work.
Bring them!
Leave it to me!
Justice!
I shall deal.
We got him.
Yes.
This music is epic, man. Hear the grinding noise beneath your feet and the rush of water.
Well,
That could be a good thing or a bad thing, right?
laying low.
Let's check out this room. Requires 3 lockpicks. Do you want to pick the lock? Yeah.
The work of a moment.
I want to see what's in here. Apparently just a shadow dude. Our dude got crit.
Yes. Laying low.
Okay, no traps or anything here. Let's go down. Ooh, got oozes down here. Ooh, shit. These oozes died a lot faster in the other place.
Yes.
Maybe we should upgrade Urist's weapon A. We can give him a fine sword. That's better damage. What's his right now? It's 11 to 16. This one's 14 to 20. Let's do that. Let's give him a fine sword. Also, this dude, 15 to 24. Let's give him this crossbow. What class is he? Is it stupid making him have a crossbow? Probably. He's a fighter. So yeah. He probably needs to be punching and shit.
Hey. You kinda like your attention, don't you?
Along
What
with
is it?
Urist. The still, dark waters are reflective as black glass. Oh, there's a switch there. Can we see what's over here, though?
I shall be discreet.
Okay. Let's get into a formation, boys.
No prisoners!
You know, probably whenever I initiate combat, I can probably start off by casting spells and stuff. I should probably do that. We'll have him go for him. And this guy... let's just have him auto attack for now.
No prisoner!
Another sweet ear. I'm gonna give this guy Cloak of Will, since he has nothing right now, right? Yeah. Didn't think so.
What is it?
Pilgrim's Lasting Vigil. Okay. That's gonna be better than what we have, right? Because we got like nothing. Now we're Buckethead. Sweet. Probably another ear there.
Yes.
Okay, let's go up. Does this lead to the first floor again? It do. As you step over the circular candles, you hear a rattling clunk from the wall nearby. A door slides open with a grinding rasp of stone.
Well?
Ah, so it's like the way out. I see. Candles flicker gently as you approach. There's a gap above the altar, lined with broken glass, where a mirror may once have been set into the wall.
Candles are still burning. Not bad for a dead god. By the hand, and you descend through the temple with your eyes covered, and that's supposed to be like a wicked life. They don't tell you where you're going. I was sweating like crazy when I did mine. Then, you come out into this room, and you uncover your eyes again, and everyone's there to greet you. All your friends and family. It's like you've been redeemed. You light your candle, and it burns with the others. Never had a feeling better than that my whole life. The candles are still burning. Not bad for a dead god.
You reach out to pinch one of the burning wicks. Smoke rises and a thin trail from the candle. Nothing else appears to
They
happen.
made him strong enough to survive time, but not thoughtlessness, looks like.
Oh.
Yes.
Let's go back down. So easy exits from dungeons in this game. I like that. We still got stuff to explore down here.
Yes.
Do. I'll try to use this. 12.4 burn damage as endurance. Interesting.
Well?
Keeping an eye out.
As you wish.
Remind me never to help kill my god again. You should see this.
It's the faint scratches upon the brickwork or the hinges. The stand rocks unsteady on its base. It seems that mechanism is broken. What is this? Scroll of Tanglefoot rapidly grows up. Oh, we have that on our druid dude. Posting a spirit shield. Nice. Wing combat. Some of the gold leaf on these relics is chipped away and reveal the wood beneath. There are tooth marks. Ugh.
I'll have it in no time.
I'm gonna go ahead and let him
The
lock
work
that.
of a moment.
A unique flail. And a pry bar. Okay. Let's grab that. Grab that. And then do the spirit. The light rises from the bones as you approach. You have a moment to register the faintest image of a standing figure. Features of a blur of mist or smoke before the world tilts. It is as if you have stepped sideways and into a new life. I can read. You're racing down a flight of stairs, following a weaving circle of torchlight. Your own panting breaths are loud in your ears. Panic and your robes alike foul your steps, and you nearly stumble before a hand reaches out to grip your arm and steady you. A fellow acolyte. He smiles encouragement as you reach the bottom. You run around and past the shallow reflection pool that marks the lowest point of the temple, following the dark shapes of the oldest priest as they lead the way towards the narrow hall that leads to the vault. You pass one of the torchbearers as you go. The harsh illumination of the flames reveals a familiar face. For a moment, your awareness spans time and identity, and you think Wharton has joined you. Here at the bottom of the temple, in memory, he glances at you for a moment, and then looks past at someone else. I'll come back once they're gone, he's saying. You're being pressed along by the crowd, and his words are growing faint. Just keep quiet. We can't take any chances. Inside the vault, golden relics gleam like welcoming stars. The memory twist, jarring you loose from one moment and plunging you into another like a flung doll. There's only darkness around you now. You think yourself blinded, until the knowledge settles onto you like a cloak. The candles have all burnt away. You know now, too, with sick certainty, that nobody is coming. There's a cracking noise, and somewhere to your left, a wet, slurping gurgle and a ragged sob. You cannot see, and so you cannot know which brother or sister has fallen, and which digs after what water a body may provide. You hear, in the faint murmuring to your right, the familiar cadence of prayer, but you no longer recognize the words. You are too tired to do harm. The thirst is like fire within you. Your tongue is thick in your throat, and every breath is a struggle that leaches strength from you. There is a light, they said, at the end of every bout of darkness, but this one does not end. The spirit releases you, and you come back to yourself in pieces. Your vision clears, and the vault around you is revealed once more, cast in muted hues by the sickly illumination of the soul still drifting like fading fog. Fear wafts off the spirit in waves, fraying at your own emotions. So yeah. I'm sorry, I hope you find some peace in the next life. The spirit seems to withdraw into itself. Your sense less of fear and confusion as it recedes, but the soul lingers still. No matter how many times I see you staring off at nothing, it doesn't get less weird. Let's leave the remains where they are. Well.
Yes.
Hey.
I didn't mean to click that.
Yes.
You gotta have a talk with somebody. Somebody's gonna die. The name's written. Alright, can we go down into this place over here? Where the water's at? Sludge? I'm probably gonna camp before we fight the dude, so yeah, let's just go ham.
These ones are in for a walloping. These ones are. Lava will be.
Let's take the uses and let's. We got a key. I'm guessing that key we could use for that door.
What is it?
I shall be discreet.
There's nothing that we could see in stealth mode, right? Nope. But that's it for down here. Oh, we can go this way. There's gonna be another shadow dude. Right? Yep.
No!
No prisoners!
Curses!
Well?
Oh shit! It's one of the phantom things. Okay. Somebody do that. I want to do that. And then I want to try to knock it down. I feel like I will be really unsuccessful.
Curse your eyes!
Come on, not like this. Ah, Ulu Sen.
See if I can knock it down. Maybe. Maybe not. Is he not attacking? The fuck are you doing, dude?
Ah, Ulu Sen. Let's have it out. Hi.
Spirit residue. Okay.
What is it?
What is this? Maimed. Okay.
Well?
It is not within our natures to forgive. Those who seek redemption seek a long and winding path, the road which...
Yes.
Very hollows to our soul and asks to reflect from the fractured aspects of ourselves.
Of course.
Nothing to loot here.
Well?
Alright, well, let's camp. Real quick.
What is it?
And let's get out of here. That should be everything, right? Well, hang on. Shit. There's more doors down here. I'll ask, boys. Wham, wham.
I shall be discreet.
Anything's trapped? Nope, no traps. This letter is fairly intact, though the parchment itself has been recovered. It's just call him Jester, I guess. I know that the temple baths boast great healing properties and that your back ails you steal. Still, I would ask that if you're indulged in the greater part of the day, you give over your key to the sanctum to someone else for safekeeping. That must be the cloak that we got the key from. Huh. It's not the first time we have forced them away to perform the day's rites. So the guy's just lounging and shit.
What is it?
Nice, dude. Nice. And we got some prayer books.
As you wish.
And we got minor endurance, some more lockpicks, some gold pieces.
Yes.
Now that's everything. All right. This way is probably out faster.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
All right, man. They're gathered. They're good. Time to go have a talk with our homeboy. Ratton, whatever his name is. We'll just call him Ratton the Rat. Hey, buddy.
Gods keep you.
This place is overrun. So I've discovered the temple has been sealed up for years. They must have tunneled in after the food stores. Shouldn't be anything worse than some vermin, though, if you say so. Still, best to take
Hail
care.
and well met.
Did I misread that?
What is it?
Hang on. I thought it was definitely saying that like he betrayed people. I guess not. What if I take the ashes of the person?
It's nice to see those.
Let's try that. Gather the remains? Oh, so we're supposed to actually gather them.
Well?
Wow, I'm so stupid. Gotcha. Just trying to play the way I want to play. Apparently I can't do that. Ah, I can do that. Interesting. And slow it down. Hey, bud.
Good day, stranger.
Nervous. He smiles nervously as we approach. Think I've sorted out the worst of it. Arms hurting a little less. You were down there a while. Did you find anything? Something you're nervous about? No, of course not. Just never good to linger around this place, that's all. Did you find anything? Hand over the bundle of remains. The color drains from his face. He takes the bundle from you. With trembling hands, you found them then. He stares down at the bones. I found more than bones. Something valuable you need. You can keep whatever you found. I don't want any of it. Nobody's been down below since. Radric's people have no interest in illusion gods. Goods is my point. They won't miss whatever you take. You and I both know what I saw down there and what they told me. It was about the protest, but something in your expression stops him. He swallows nervously and looks away. His voice, when he speaks, it's small. How did you? That's not his eye. He eyes you fearfully. I didn't kill them right until the end. You don't understand. I tried to help them. I did every day. Every single day, I went to that temple and I warned them. I told them they were playing with fire and Redrick wouldn't be patient forever. And every time they'd shrug it off, like I didn't know what I was talking about, like it wasn't costing me coming in to try and help them. I could have been arrested right alongside them. So you killed them because they wouldn't listen? No, of course not. I don't know. I think on it all the time, wondering. I told the commander the priest had left town, and he ordered the temple sealed. I remember that moment. It was like a dream, like I went away for a time. I watched them start bringing the place down. Burn the tapestries, the books. It was like between one blink and the next, it was over. Too late to say anything. Eddar's eyes are wide, disbelieving. Too late to say anything? You had days to tell somebody. I'd have dug them out with my own hands if I'd known. They were some of the last decent folk left in this hole. Now all we got left is people like you. Let's say you could have spoken up. You could have told Roger the truth. He nods slowly. I could have. It would have ruined me, maybe killed me, but I could have saved them. He looks up at you guys, but I didn't. I told you the way of it. I told you what happened. Guess it's your turn now. Make a decision. It's not too late to make amends. Burton lets out a breath he was holding. I'm not sure that's true. It's been years now. What am I supposed to do? Bury their bones, try to live a better life than you have so far? I'm not great at the redemption business. I mean, out of these two options, maybe this one? Wharton looks at the remains. He runs a hand through his hair, letting out another ragged breath. I can do that. I can. I'll lay them to rest, try and do right by them somehow. Thank you truly for what you've done, giving me a second chance. I'll put it to good use.
Hey. What is it?
What a D-bag. I was hoping we were going to have an option to, like, turn him into, like, the magistrate or something. But it didn't present itself. Who the hell? Okay, that person, like, disappeared. I was like, the fuck? Papa says the temple is cursed. Papa's right. Stay the fuck out of the temple, kid. Maybe we go to the Black Hound Inn one last time before we travel on. We can rest, hopefully buy more campfires.
Hello.
Let's see what you have for sale. None of this stuff is what I want. Camping supplies, here we go. And then let's rest. Nice.